Yo, it's your boy Casual Rail with the Silent A podcast. And man, we back with another one and a quick one at that. Yo, hit that like button, subscribe. We appreciate all the love. We're going quick. And as always, hit that comment section. Let us know what you're thinking. For this one, we getting straight into it. We talking about the takeover. Yeah, we talking about that takeover, that Riyadh season, as Turki Al-Sheikh is bringing his first card back into the United States for 2025. May 2nd, they're getting it on with a triple header, and we've got your boy Ryan Garcia finally got a named opponent. And what else to expect? With Ryan Garcia being attached to the fight, it's always going to be some drama, always going to be some craziness, always going to be some back and forth, as he was originally rumored to take on your boy Pitbull Cruz, who did back out of the fight because he's got a fight next month on February and didn't want to, negotiate another fight. We'll talk about that on something else, if was that a duck or not. But your boy Pitbull Cruz backed out to let your boy Romero, a.k.a. Rolando Romero, a.k.a. the best to ever do it, the best that ever was, the best to ever step in the ring, at least in his mind, taking on your boy Ryan Garcia May 2nd as the main event in that card, as that's definitely going to be a shit-talking fest, a crazy fest, a circus to, be seen. But underneath of that, what we said, it's a triple header, right? So we got your boy Devin Haney taking on Jose Ramirez, who came off a disappointing loss here in November 2024, hoping to get his name back in the mix in the 140-pound division, as that's where he, used to be the man. But now, kind of fell loose in his last fight against Barboza. And then you've got the big dogs in the division, the big hands, the knockout guys. Martin Bakole taking on Efe Ajagba being confirmed now. It's going to be the entry fight for that one, rounding out your third major fight for that triple header, as they're calling it, as, Turki's promising to do what he's going to do. He's going to bring fights back and big cards back. And for this one, I actually don't mind if it's even a pay-per-view, especially if he makes it the same price he's going to make the February 22nd card for Better Beef versus Biffle 2. I believe it's like $25, $30 or some point like that. Either way, he's making it a fair price. So if this one's a pay-per-view, to be honest with you, I'm all in for it. Those are three decent names, and then we still haven't seen the rest of the undercard yet. But at that point, them three right there are enough. But let's get into it. Let's get into some quick takes. What's going to happen, at least from what we know, what we've seen. And we're already building this to get to that Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney rematch, the smoke for later this year, as they're both aiming for, I believe, October 2025 to have that rematch to settle this. Was Ryan truly a drug cheat? Did he really need that Osterine to, beat the likes of Devin the Dream Haney? Or did Devin the Dream Haney walk in with a bad game plan? But before we get there, they both got to win these fights. They both got to get it on. And then let's speak about that, that Bakole and Efe match, that smoke right there, as that winner could very well be taking on Anthony A.J. Joshua later this year, or potentially the winner of the Zhang Caballel fight. Let's start up top. Ryan Garcia, a.k.a. King Rye, and Rolly Romero. I think we all know how this is going to go. It's going to be a clean-ass knockout. Round 5 or 6, Ryan's going to have to get comfortable, get his stand-up position right. I don't think he's going to throw a lot of punches this fight. I think he's going to be selective, and surprisingly, he's going to be more of the boxer in this one, as Rolly's going to come in throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. The man can't box. Terrible foot movement, but the boy does have power and can swat and can swing, and I think Ryan knows that and doesn't want to get caught by anything silly to mess up his rematch with Devin the Dream Haney. I think he's going to come in, pick his shots, look for that opening, and lay in that left hook and clearly lay out Romero as he was laid out by your boy Gervonta Tank Davis in a similar fashion, as he left himself open and got caught clean. And I think Ryan can do it even nastier with a clean, quick left hook and just lay Romero out. I think we all know Romero's here to get that check, put a name on the card, step in, and really just make headlines. And I think that's what's going to happen here. Again, knockout, middle of the fight, probably round 5. And that's it. That's all I have on that fight. Honestly, it's just a name fight. It's just something to tap out the circus. It's just something to bring some excitement to the fight. It's really, these two are going to hype it up from the get-go. They're going to talk a lot of shit. They're going to go back and forth, and that's really their job. They're here to sell the fight, and they talk well, and it's going to be a circus. And more importantly, we're here to see Ryan look good, get a clean knockout, and build up this Devin Haney fight. And speaking of Devin, heading into that, we got Haney taking on Ramirez. Ramirez trying to get his name back after the very lackluster fight again in November 2024, where he got beat by unanimous decision. He just looked like he couldn't get his feet off the gas, like he was too weight drained, or something was wrong with my man. We just couldn't tell. Was he up for the fight? We don't know, but he really just got outworked and overmatched in that fight with a unanimous decision. So he's trying to build himself back up. And then who else would it say? Haney could have got stopped in his previous fight, April 2024, again, taking on Ryan Garcia. Looked terrible. Got beat pillar to post. And, it looked bad, right? So he's got to clearly work on his defense, because he was winning some rounds there. He looked good when he wasn't on the ground. So was it a fluke? Was it the Osterine? Or was it just a bad game plan? To be fairly honest with you, I believe it was a mixture of both. And, the PEDs was in Ryan's system. No matter the amount, they were there. So we don't know how much it impacted his punching power or whatnot. But to be honest with you, that left hook was coming. It was coming with or without the PEDs. And, Devin needs to work on that and keep his defense up. And you've seen in his last training videos, he is looking good. He is looking sharp. He is keeping that hand up and keeping it back. When he jabs, hey, that left hand's still there, and he's bringing that right hand back. Now they're working on some things. And I think they understand their mistakes. More importantly, I'm going to say it again, I think they understand their mistakes from that Haney camp and are looking to, get back and, settle this in the boxing ring finally instead of the courtroom. With that said, with him and Ramirez, I think we've clearly got Haney winning this one. Unanimous decision. I just don't think Ramirez is going to bring enough for him. I think Ramirez is checked out in the sport of boxing. He just hasn't been looking good in his last fights. He just looks like his energy isn't there. And hey, maybe it was the weight. Who knows? Maybe he was sick. Who knows? He didn't come with any excuses, but his output just hasn't been there. His dedication hasn't been there in the ring as far as throwing the punches that he needs to do, putting out the volume, and more importantly, putting out that aggression that he used to do, what made him the original, champ, the man in the division. And we're just not seeing it. And more importantly, I think even if he did bring that, Devin Haney is a great boxer. We can't let that last fight fool us. The man can box. He's a tactician in that ring, a hell of a jab, and he will stop the movement and stop the work of Ramirez, even if he did have that aggression. And I think you'll see a clear unanimous decision. Devin Haney, no matter what he works on, there's still no power there. My man can't punch through a paper bag, but it's enough to keep somebody up off of him. And I think he'll, again, clear unanimous decision. And then finally, the big boys, Bakole and Ajagba, the big men in the division. Two of the hardest punchers in the division, arguably, and two of the most ducked individuals in the division as well. Now, I'm going to lean more on Bakole in that aspect. I believe Efe, he did lose in one there to kind of set him back, but and he's also been with Top Rank for the longest and hasn't been doing business across the street. But Bakole, who has been a pretty floating free agent, just hasn't gotten the fights that he's been calling for. It's kind of was clear why he hasn't. Jared Anderson gave him that shot, and probably was a mistake on his end, as he showed that why in the back rooms people have said Martin Bakole is a world beater. Martin Bakole is a power puncher and has laid out a lot of the top heavyweights and contenders out in sparring sessions and gave them great work, and that's why a lot of them refuse to fight him. A, because his name isn't big, and B, there's a good chance you lose, and Jared Anderson showed us that as he walked in as the favorite and walked out as what the hell happened. With that said, Bakole and Efe are both at a middle road here to build their names off of each other and put themselves into that top contender status and give each other that shot that they both desperately need to get a championship, hopefully a championship option here. I believe this victory will put them in place to probably take on the likes of Zhang, Cabello winner, to put them right in placement for a shot at Alexander Usyk or Daniel Dubois. The hands that will be thrown in this fight will be violent. There won't be many, but they'll be violent. And this fight will stop early. Between round 5 and 6, there should be a knockout KO. There'll be a knockdown in rounds 2 or 3 as they get to feel each other out in rounds 1, and then they're going to let their hands go. The person who will do the knocking out and the KO and the violence in this one will be Bakole. Bakole's a little bit quicker. Hand speed's really good. His placement, his shots, the way he puts them together it's just going to overwhelm Efe. Efe has good power, but he leaves himself too open. His defense is kind of weak, and more importantly, the man is slow. Slow. Joy slow. And that's just enough for Bakole, who doesn't move a lot himself, but his head movement is good. His footwork it's good, but he doesn't move a lot. This plays right in his hands. He will get in there and work Efe and work him well. I think Efe's going to try to stay away. He's got a good reach on him. Decent jab. He's going to try to stay out of trouble, but Bakole will cut the ring off. Catch him here and there. Honestly, in round 2, he'll probably try to go to the body. The body work of Bakole is amazing. People underrate it, but the man can get to that body himself and wear you down. And more importantly, his chin is tested and approved and stamped. Whatever Efe brings back, it's got to be vicious. And I don't think he really has that snap to earn the respect of Bakole. And all in all, he'll get walked down. Again, he'll get knocked down between rounds 2 and 3 and more of an off balance, but that'll build the confidence for Bakole to really step in and take over and then again walk him down, and he'll get stopped around rounds 5 and 6. It'll be an early night and Bakole will walk out the victor and be waiting for the winner of Cabello and your boy Zhang, and then eventually get that Dubois smoke or Usyk smoke or AJ. The world is theirs after this. This is their time to shine. This is their moment. They both need it. They've both been kind of under the radar. They both haven't gotten the fights that they really want. They're finally getting that look. They're finally getting that respect and finally getting the scene. And Big Turk is putting them on the scene, putting them in front on a triple header card that's going to be watched by millions on this night. Now, I said millions, whether it's a pay-per-view or a free event. The Fire Stick Boys are strong. And people steal the fights. So no matter what the pay-per-view numbers look like, I'm telling you, people are going to be watching this one way or another, and it's their time to shine. And I think Bakole knocks out Efe again, rounds 5 and 6. So recap, right? This is the takeover. Hell of a card. Hell of action. It's going to be a circus. Circus number 1 is going to be covered by Ryan Garcia, Romero. Off top, bring the eyes and ears to the sport. Put your attention on it. They're going to build this up, talk a lot of things, and just get you interested. Once the fight happens, again, quick knockout on the end of Ryan Garcia. I think, again, it'll be rounds 5, 6, 7 at the latest for Ryan as he sees that opening that Romero's clearly going to leave for him. Again, his footwork's atrocious. The man can barely box, but he's got good power to keep you honest. Devin "The Dream" Haney, no power. We all know that, but that's not a knock. Not everybody can, deliver knockouts. That's not his thing, but he's got enough power to keep Ramirez honest, and he'll box to a clear decision and put on a boxing masterclass and probably retire Ramirez out of the ring. And that's pretty much all we got to say about that. Building to the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney rematch, October 2025. Expect some exchange between them two. Definitely post show, if not right immediately after Ryan Garcia beats Rolly Romero. Expect Devin Haney to come out from the back and, get in the ring and make that thing official, or vice versa if they switch the card and let Devin actually be the A side and, the top of the bill. But either way, circus, masterclass boxing, and then knockouts. The true knockouts between the heavyweights that's coming between Bakole and Efe Ajagba. Bakole will lay in that work, take out your boy Efe again, round 5 stoppage, knock down Pryor rounds 2 or 3, and you'll see the likes of Bakole step forward and finally get the respect he deserves, respect he's going to earn as he gets ready to take on the likes of either the Caballel, Zane winner, Daniel Dubois. I probably should have said Daniel Dubois versus Parker winner because Daniel's got to get through him. And then there's always that AJ smoke, but it's going to be some violence. It's going to be some hard punching. It's going to be some hands getting thrown and some paws getting put on somebody. And that's going to be Bakole putting it on Efe as, again, he's too slow to take him on. But again, we talk way too long on this one. Hit that like button. Subscribe as always. Comment below. Let us know what you think, what you're thinking. This is our first take on this. Until the next time, it's your boy Casual Real. Peace.